Right. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. My name is Shamsuddin bin Ismail, student card holder number 2020242366. I am a Bachelor of Science, Plantation and Technology Management student from class 80203A, Faculty of Plantation and Agrotechnology, UiTM Pahang Branch. Well, today I will be making a presentation titled Black Pot Rot Disease of Cocoa caused by Phytophthora palmivora. For our information, today's presentation is part of my assignment under the subject AGR 514 crop disease management. Before I continue the presentation, first of all, I would like to thank to my lecturer, Dr. Nani Kartini binti Cik Muhammad Ramli, for giving me the opportunity to do this very meaningful task. Right. For starters, I will briefly explain the introduction of the cocoa plant. The common name of plant is cocoa. Scientific name or binomial name is Theobroma cocoa. Order Malvaceae, family Malvaceae, genus Theobroma. Okay, cocoa is a tree plant growing up to the height of 10 meters. Is an understory plant, grows under larger tropical fruit trees. Cocoa pod may contain up to 30 to 40 cocoa beans. Cocoa starts fruiting after 4 to 5 years after planting. Cocoa tree is a perennial crop. All right. Next, we look to economic importance of cocoa. Firstly, is in terms of social and economic impact. Transparently, this cocoa plants opens up space for every resident to get the job opportunities and become the main source of income. Indirectly, this will improve the quality of life of every cocoa planters. And from there, clearly shows this cocoa plant is also cash crop for many nations. Both of which are export related earning from cocoa. For this export field, it involves cocoa bean and then focus on semi-finish like cocoa powder and cocoa butter. The next is a finished product, which is chocolate. And for all our information, the global trade of cocoa bean worth $59 billion. All right. Okay. So this is the main topic and main focus of this presentation. Black pot rot disease of cocoa caused by Phytophthora palmivora. Okay, this disease also called Phytophthora pot rot disease or PPR, caused by the Omycetes Phytophthora. And then Phytophthora palmivora is the disease that caused global yield loss, covering Africa, Asia, and America. Responsible for the 70% of cocoa pod loss worldwide, and then main cause of worldwide cocoa yield loss. It can affect the roots, stems, leaves, and flowers of cocoa. Okay, this picture is showing you about the morphological characteristic of Phytophthora palmivora. You can see this, right? Okay. So we go to the economic importance of Phytophthora palmivora. Phytophthora species can attack the flowers, pods, roots, stems, and leaves of cocoa. Cause huge loss in production of cocoa, especially in Asia, Africa, America, and Brazil. The annual crop loss, the estimate may range from 30 to 19%, and it's such a big loss to any organization or country that cultivate cocoa. almost 10% of worldwide losses in all cocoa producing countries. And then it will be affect cocoa cultivation. And then the planters trying to change with other crop and abort cocoa plants. All right. So we go to the symptom development of black pot rot disease caused by Phytophthora palmivora. First is about brownish spots on fruits. Penetrate the waxy cuticle and attacks the epidermis. A small brownish spot appears at the point of infection, and then such infection can begin at the stem or blossom ends of fruits. Second is about spread of infection and symptoms of fruit. Infections spreads rapidly across the outer surface, covering the entire pot in a few days. Infected areas turn from brown to black. If conditions are favorable, clusters of white sporangia appear on outer surface of the pot. The lead is about infection of cocoa beans. Pathogen moves deeper into the pot, infecting and destroying the beans. Infected beans quickly deteriorate and rot, rendering the pot useless. The pods then dry up and mummify on the tree, becoming a major source of inoculum to nearby pots, leaves, and stem. Last is cankers can form under the bark of infected stems and branches. Dark spot on the bark that oozes reddish fluid continue to expand until it gets less and kills the branch. Dead and dying leaves are sometimes the first indication of branch dieback. The leaves die because the branch they are on is killed. All right. So I will show you the picture of the symptom development of black pot rot disease. First picture show you unripe cocoa pod showing signs of black pot rot caused by Phytophthora palmivora. And then second picture is show you unripe cocoa pod showing increased signs of black pot rot caused by Phytophthora palmivora. And then third picture is show you about a cocoa pod consumed by Phytophthora palmivora, not the infected bean mass. And lastly is show you about diverse pathogen with a global impact on cocoa yield. All right. Okay, I will show you about a short video to make clear a symptom development of the black pot rot disease. We will see the short video, right? Let's go. Okay. So the next, we go to the epidemiology. The most severe epidemics coincide with the proliferation of sporangia and insects vectors during the wet season. In the presence of moisture, sporangia release the effective propagules, zoosporas. Zoosporas need 20 to 30 minutes in free water on plant surface before they insist, germinate, and penetrate hot tissues. Under favorable conditions, sporangia develop within 48 hours of infection. Phytophthora palmivora survives less than 10 months in soil as saprophytes. Rain splash, aerosols, contaminate equipment, rodents, and ants are potential mechanisms of inoculum movement into the canopy. Once in the canopy, reservoirs of inoculum are established in cankers, in infected flower cushions, and mummified pods. Right. And then further to the disease management. First, it's about site selection. Low rainfall and good drainage is recommended. High rainfall will increase the spread of Phytophthora palmivora within the canopy. A well-drained soil will reduce the amount of inoculum in and on the soil. Second is quarantine. Okay, avoid transporting soils or plants from areas where the disease occurs into the clean areas. Next is about resistance. Varieties with fruit that have a thicker cuticle are more resistant to black pot rot. Okay, to get the good fruit, we can get from through breeding. Okay, next removal. Infected pot should be removed from the area and destroyed. Single infected pot has a potential release of 4 million sporangia. Next is about spacing and pruning. Should be spaced and pruned to allow for increased airflow in and around the orchard. Will reduce the relative humidity and further reduce spread of the disease. After that is mulching. Mulch. Leave mulch on the ground will reduce amount of splashing water when it rains. Increase the biodiversity of soil microorganisms. And the last is about fungicide. It may not be cost effective depending on the size of the operation and environmental condition. Okay, below this, I list the chemical to control the disease. GWN 4620 Cooper fungicide or bactericide. Next is basic Cooper 50 HB, Cooper hydroxide 10% liquid, and systemic fungicide metalaxide. All right, this picture is show you about the disease management. First picture is show you about spraying fungicide cocoa tree to control black pot rot. And then this picture is show you about pruning to allow the increased airflow in all around the orchard. Okay, the last one is about conclusion. Black pot rot disease affects worldwide cocoa production and responsible for 70% of global cocoa bean loss. Black pot rot is caused by Phytophthora palmivora. The global and highly damaging Phytophthora palmivora attacks all parts of the cocoa tree at all stages of the growing cycle. Wet weather and high humidity favor the disease incidence. Various control strategies, including fungicides, biocontrol agents, and use of resistant varieties, are engaged against the disease. Each control strategy alone is inadequate to curb the disease incidence and often comes with one limitation or another. Further research is required to discover a more effective and more environment-friendly approach to manage the disease. All right. This is about a reference that I have referred to do this presentation. You will be read this reference at the slide. First, the journal is topic is Phytophthora palmivora, cultural control methods and their relationship to disease epidemiology on cocoa in PNG. Right by Dennis JJC and Konam JK. Okay, second is about foliar resistance to Phytophthora palmivora as an indicator of pot resistant in Terwama cocoa. Right by Ivaro, Edi Srinivasan, TN and Umaharan. Okay, next about management of black pot rot in cocoa. Writing by Echebo Guerrero, Y.A. Hernandez Rodriguez, M. Hedrich Perez, M. El Jaziri, and A.N. Hernandez Lauzado. Okay, next I will refer the Phytophthora palmivora, Flores Phytophthora of the world, right by Whitmerty. And lastly is black pot diverse pathogen with global impact on cocoa yield, right by Gasdy. Okay, I think that's all for my presentation today. Thanks again to my lecturer, Dr. Nani Kartini binti Cik Muhammad Ramli, for the space and opportunity given to me to present this topic. Okay, that's all for me. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh.